Morning! Hope we've all got your sun cream, because it's hot out there. That's why I've got my sunnies on. Oh, good lord. Mr. Andrews, do your button up. Imagine walking on school and getting told off. That's better. Much smarter. Well, what a day. You know what sort of day it is today? Oh yeah. You've got to get into the Beach Boys, kids. You know, I kind of look out the window on days like this and I think I should be on my surfboard, going down to the lake. Because we're about as far from any water or sea here as it's possible to be. Had to turn it off then. You know what it's like. Worldwide bands, notorious. That's what I am. Well, good news and bad news again. The good news is I had loads of work in yesterday. The bad news is I've just been sat by my computer all morning looking and waiting. Not a single email. I'm just assuming that you're all okay. You're probably all off on holiday somewhere and you daren't tell us. You'd be like emailing in because you've got Wi-Fi at whatever caravan park you're staying in. And I'd be like, yes sir, I'm at home, I'm doing all my work. Meanwhile, as soon as you've logged off your internet, you're down there with your surfboard. Enjoying the sunshine, which is what we should all be doing really. Because who knows, this may all stop and then the rain will encroach. Then the rain will thunder down upon us and fill the gutters with a deluge of filthy leaf-infested water, and that's it. That'll be our summer over. So not much to talk about today, apart from I'm going to give you a little bonus activity. Gosh, thanks, sir. We love, but we're the restaurant work is just not enough for us. We need a bonus activity to stretch us. Well, it's only because on this day in history, 1876, don't get your dates wrong, Andrews. Yes, 1876, was the Battle of Little Bighorn, at which Lieutenant Colonel Custer, of Civil War fame and prowess, a complete egocentrical maniac. During the celebrations for post-Civil War, there was a cavalry parade through Washington, and Lieutenant Colonel Custer, as he was then, not Major General Custer or anything like that, decided to put himself at the front of the troops, and he was showing off so much his horse went a bit crazy and bolted, and everything was flung into disarray. But anyway, he did survive all the way through the Civil War, so he was a brave maniac. It was in the Dakota Mountains where they found gold, and the Indians had been pushed onto reserves, and this has been going on for years and years and years and years. It was part of government policy. I say Native American Indians, and there was a chief called Crazy Horse. Also, I think Sitting Bull there as well. Crazy Horse and a party of Lakota Indians. Well, basically, they thought, we're not having this, okay? We're going to stand our ground. So, Custer tracked these people down, found them, and decided to attack, which was a very stupid thing to do. And he got whooped big time. So it always goes down as the last great victory for the American Indians at the time. Which, of course, when you put, old muskets and, second-hand dodgy guns in the hands of people who prefer to use a bow and arrow, and then you attack them with infantry and artillery, which was a decisive factor. They're going to lose, aren't they? No matter how good a horse rider you are. So that was this day in history, 1876. And in 1976, I was 9 years old. And in year 3 of middle school, I was in Mr. Jones's class. He was a very interesting Welshman that used to poke you in the ribs. Boy, tell me the truth, boy. I'd be like, ah. And sometimes you get in trouble just deliberately so that you could get poked in the ribs and show your mates how tough you were, because you could take a good rib poking. He was an interesting guy. And that's it. Gosh. I mean, this is it now. Summer's on its way. So I'm going to put on an extra piece of work, which is all about the Battle of Little Bighorn. If you really fancy a very grown-up read, which is an astonishing book, maybe for mums and dads. If mums and dads haven't read this book, I highly, 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 highly recommend it. It's called Blood Meridian, and it's by Cormac McCarthy. The key word in that title is blood, because it's a very, very, very blood-soaked, bloodthirsty book. But, I mean, it's unputdownable. Really, I mean, I like Cormac McCarthy anyway, but Blood Meridian is amazing. Apart from that, I can't recommend any Wild West books, and I'll tell you why. Because they are saturated with outrageous prejudice. And thankfully, that era is now been and gone, where you could watch cowboy and Indian films, and someone like John Wayne would go and do horrendous things to innocent people. It was, they were bad times. So, have a good day. Enjoy the sunshine. Finish your restaurant work by Friday, because people keep on still emailing me. So when do we have to do it by? Like Friday. Okay, for Monday, if you need a bit of extra time, that's no big deal. I will put the extra work on if you've done that and you're bored. And what else am I going to do? And then next week's project is, I think it's going to be Holiday on the Moon, which is quite a laugh. Seeing as if we can't go on holiday on Earth, then we're going to have to go on a holiday on the Moon. And I think you're going to have to design your own lunar camp, lunar base with a lunar theme park. Imagine that, the theme park on the Moon, like Alton Towers, but on the Moon. How good would that be? It'd be amazing. Okay, it won't be long before we've got like one of those chair lifts to the Moon. That'd be great, won't it? Just get in a chairlift and go to the Moon. And finally, just remember your works of art. I've already had some response from May, which is really, really good. If you do get back in touch with me and sort of let me know what you've got on your walls or what particular style of art you like, I can help develop that and move you on a little bit. So May sent me an artist by the name of Vyaliev, a Russian guy. I've forgotten the first name, but then I sort of pointed, it's very quite colourful, and I sort of pointed out as, influenced by George Seurat, this French guy who did this thing called pointillism and did these beautiful pictures of bathers by the River Seine, and it's just amazing. So, and anyway, the whole point is, if you do go online and look up people who have reproduced famous works of art, so they've got like dressed up like the girl in the pearl earring and stuff like that, then it's a right laugh. And if any of you do any of them, it would also be a right laugh. Even if you just sort of do your own mock portraits of where you, like I said, use pasta, or someone's done one using socks. They've done like an an impressionist landscape using socks. It's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, just enjoy yourselves. Right, I'm going because I've been rambling and it's 9 minutes and I try and keep it under 10. So have a good day, enjoy the weather and don't get burnt. Use your sun cream, okay? And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.